for a political, I don't know what, furthering my political career. Um, to put it even more simply, I do not give any thought to any in terms of elections and campaigns. I do not give any thought beyond this campaign and this election in May. I do not think about I do not think what party I will be in June. I think about what work I might have to do if I am elected. I think about the things that need to be done immediately if I'm elected. But beyond that, I have no political plan.
Mr. Congressman, we all know that the problem of being a junior is that you are going to live under the shadow of your father. Well, my question is, how does Ferdinand Marcos Jr. want to be remembered in history?
Wow, am I that old? I have to start talking about when I'm dead. I honestly don't think. I don't think in those terms. Maybe later on in my life I will. But right now, all I think about is the work that I see is ahead of me and how to do that work as best as I can. I think of my career in politics and in public service and how to serve in the best way that I can. As to legacy, that will take care of itself. If you are sincere, you work hard, you apply yourself properly, and you are honest and humble and open-minded, legacy will take care of itself.
Then let me simplify my question. How does Ferdinand Marcos Jr. Differ from Ferdinand Marcos Sr.?
You're asking the wrong guy. You should ask people who are around, who know my father and me well, because there is no way for me to give an objective answer to that. I do not know. I simply don't know. I don't know. Maybe we work differently. Maybe we react differently. Maybe we think differently. There are many lessons, of course, that I learned from my father about how to handle situations, about how to your demeanor in certain circumstances, that sort of thing. But there are also things that I learned from him that I didn't know I learned from him. Like sometimes there have been instances where I'm confronted with a situation and I react in a certain way, and I say, where did that come from? And I must have picked it up from the old man. So there are things like that, but I couldn't tell you what they are, because it has never been a conscious thought to me, in me or by me, saying, I'll do this because this is what my father used to do. I've never done that, never gone through a thought process like that. I will look at it, I'll look at it, a situation, I'll think about it, I'll study it, I'll discuss it with other people and try and come up with the best solution that I can. If the lessons that I learned from my father somehow apply, then maybe that solution will be similar. But if they don't, then it will be entirely different. So, again, siguro the best people to ask are the people who have worked with my dad and who work with me. And then they'll tell you, I'm sure we're very, very different.
Well, on the lighter side, what is your favorite song?
My favorite song? That's not fair. There are too many beautiful songs.
We heard you sing.
That's like
70s.
That's
I
like,
love the 70s.
That's like asking me who's my favorite child. You cannot. There are just too many songs.
Okay, 70s. Because you're in the same era.
No.
70s song. At least favorite.
Still, so hard. So hard. I mean, we'll talk about the 70s. The 70s, nandiyan pang Stones, nandiyan pang Beatles, nandiyan pang Moody Blues. Who else do we listen to?
We were teenagers.
Little Feat, to Crusaders, to ang dami masyado. There are just too many.
I'll follow up lang.
And I always complain if I'm asked that question. That's not fair, that you're giving me too much. I'll tell you my favorite band. Okay? Child of the 60s and the 70s, guess. Of course, it's the Beatles.
Yes.
So, I'll go that far. If you ask me what's my favorite Beatles song, I'll strangle myself. Because I won't know how to answer it.
A question dito si June.
Sige, question. In a sense, you're probably one of three persons who have a unique place in Philippine history. You had a father who led the country for 20 years. and you've seen the ups and downs of what this is. And probably my first question is, what do you bring to the Senate as Bongbong Marcos? What can you present, let's say, to the voters? What can I bring to the Senate? What can I, things? Maybe we've grown up, listening to all the tall tales
Yeah.
of sometimes you having a double or
Oh,
Ah,
yes.
yes.
I was wondering when that was going to
yes,
come.
yeah,
May double siya. He's not
But
really
the question is, see, let's say I'm a voter. I've seen
Tagal na.
martial lawyers, I've seen EDSA, I've seen EDSA 2, 3. What does Bongbong Marcos bring to the Senate that would make me vote for him?
A wealth of practical experience in the time that I was in public service. I always say when I'm asked, why should we vote for you? Because essentially the question that you're asking. And I always explain that, all candidates that will come before you will make promises. Lahat naman ng kandidato mangangako yan eh. At saka lahat ng nagsasabi, ito yung plano pagka ako'y naging Pangulo, ito yung gagawin ko ganyan. Mula Pangulo hanggang yung pinakamababang konsehal ng pinakamaliit na bayan, pare-pareho yan. Kami ang magdadala ng pagbabago. Kami ang malalapit sa mahirap. Ang tingnan, and I always tell people, is that, that's okay, you listen to that. But I think the difference between what I say and what other candidates say is that I can show that I have actually done the things I say I'm going to do. I have done them before. And they will say, why? You come to Ilocos Norte, we did this. When I talk about agriculture, I know what needs to be done to fix our agriculture in the country. I know how to do it. And why ba't ang lakas ng loob ko magsabing gano'n? Because I've done it. Now, if you're talking about healthcare, we should provide insurance for everybody. And then they'll say, why do you think your experience counts? I said, because we actually did it. Ilocos Norte now has 100% health insurance for 100% of the families in Ilocos. So I think that's the difference between what I say, my message, and maybe other candidates, in that I can point to actual experience, I can point to actual performance, I can point to a record, I can show a record, and that's why I am actually very grateful for my time in local government, for the simple reason that it really has provided me a great deal of knowledge and experience and insight into the way things actually operate on the ground. And from that, you can extrapolate many things that apply at a national level. So I think if you ask me why should you vote for me, because I've shown that I can do the things that I say I will do. I have done them in my province. I'm pretty sure that many of the things we did there apply to a national level.